Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Um, this is the first episode for our practical Arabic usage. Today we're looking at how to use the phrase Allah, Allah, Allah. As you can see, it's a combination of al and la, al and la. So when you in Arabic, this expression is very special, and if you don't understand it and it's used, you can figure it out. But first, you need to know it's a combo. It's the use of hal plus la, hal plus la. It has two implications. When it is used, it has two implications, and this is dependent on whether it is used with fail al madi, if it's used with fail al mudari or fail al madi. So when you use it with the past tense or the present or progressive tense, the meaning changes, right? The meaning changes. Now, when you use it with past tense or present continuous or progressive, you have to be very careful. So the first implication is for exhortation, and that is at-tahdid. At-tahdid. Tahdid. When we say tahdid, it's a process of urging somebody, right? You urge or you egg on somebody. You're trying to motivate somebody to do something. So you use the word halla, halla, right? And then you can also use it to censure, that is to criticize or to strongly criticize. That's censorship. So as you can see, the meaning of halla is indicated by the tense that you use it with. So when you use it with progressive present tense, it just becomes an exhortation. You try to encourage the person to do something. And when you use it with the past tense, فعل الماضي, then it becomes a phrase of censorship or اللوم. اللوم. You try to criticize the person for something that they didn't do or something you expect them to do, but they didn't do it. So you criticize them. But if you want to criticize or to use halla for criticism, you have to use it with a past tense. If you want to use it to urge somebody, to encourage them to do something, then you use the halla with present tense. Let's look at an example or some examples. For instance, you want to encourage somebody to write. So we know the verb of write is kataba, right? And present tense is can be yaktubu or taktubu or naktubu. But here you want to talk to somebody directly. So you have to say halla halla taktubu. You should write. So here you should write. You are encouraging him to write. Why don't you write? Why don't you write? So here you are encouraging the person to write. However, if you want to use the halla as a phrase of censorship or strong criticism, you have to say halla katabta. Halla katabta means why didn't you write? So why didn't you write? It's like you are not happy that he didn't write. So you are criticizing him. And this is a form of mild criticism in Arabic, or a form of criticizing somebody so that he won't feel like he's being criticized. هلا كتبت. For instance, if you tell somebody هلا صليت, هلا صليت, هلا صليت. See, هلا صليت. Why didn't you pray? Did it? Because this is past tense. Why didn't you pray? Or you should have prayed. Or you can also say you should have prayed, meaning you didn't pray, but you should have done it. It's a form of very subtle criticism. Allah sallaita. Okay. So this is how we use halla. Halla. Remember, there's a shadda on it. Halla. Halla. Halla taktubu. Halla taktubu. You should write. Why don't you write? Halla katabta. Halla katabta. Why didn't you write? Or you could it can also mean you should have written. And that is to say the person didn't write. So you are not happy. Halla katabta. And look at the tenses. Taktubu. Katabta. Or you can say, why didn't I write? Why didn't I write? Meaning you are blaming yourself. So you can say, Halla, Halla katabtu, Halla katabtu, Halla katabtu. Why didn't I write? Meaning you are self-blaming or you are doing self-censorship. Now, do try if you can write sentences in Arabic using why don't you write? Remember, why don't you read? Remember, read is qara'a, qara'a. So can you do it? You can send it to me if you want, and then I'll review it and give you a very beautiful grade. Why didn't you read? Why don't you read? Right. Remember, you are using halla, halla, halla. So to end it, let's do a recap. Halla, halla, halla is a combination of what? Hal plus la. And the implication is two. We use it for exhortation, where we encourage somebody to do something, or we use it for what? Censorship, where we strongly and mildly criticize somebody. And to use it for censorship, you have to use it with what? Past tense, as you can see. You have to use it with a past tense verb. And then to use it for exhortation, you have to use it with present tense or progressive. Okay. So if I have jalasa, jalasa is past tense. So I can say halla jalasta, halla jalasta, halla jalasta, halla jalasta. Why didn't you sit? Why didn't you sit? Or you should have sat. So here I'm not happy. I'm trying to criticize you. But jalasa yajlisu. If you say halla tajlisu, or halla najlisu, or halla yajlisu, here you are encouraging the person to sit, but you are not criticizing the person. That is it for today, inshallah. Next time we look at a very special phrase in Arabic and we learn how to use them. دمتم بخير. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.